Ex-Trump supporters, what point did you stop supporting Trump and why? After Home Alone 2, my dad was done with him after he insulted McCain post-death, but that lasted about a week. Sharpie Gate. Why not just admit you were wrong and move on? Like that the fuck? That idiot took a fucking Sharpie and drew on a map to show he was right on where a hurricane was headed. So fucking stupid. He was fascinating on Letterman in the 1980s, openly sleazy and immoral, self-aggrandizing, a curiosity to watch, difficult to understand how he could be human. Then I realized he was a malignant narcissist running a confidence game and the charm faded. I liked how Obama said it recently on 60 Minutes. I thought and hoped that the weight of the office would dawn on him and make him take things seriously. Unfortunately that did not happen. That debate where Trump couldn't STFU was one of the alarm bells. What is a subtle sign of intelligence? They usually know the limits of their intelligence. The ability to shut up and listen. Curiosity. Changing your opinion when you educate yourself. A subtle sign of intelligence. The ability to recognize when they might be or are wrong. The dunces just keep going. The ability to say I don't know, but let me find out. Quickly make connections between new information and previous knowledge. Self-awareness. Underwear inside the pants. People who are intelligent can switch up the way they talk to match the person they're talking to without sounding condescending. They listen to how others learn and explain it in that person's language of understanding. Admitting you don't know everything. Being open-minded. Asking interesting questions. Going on Reddit. Right? Right guys? I mean, please. When someone doesn't only understand a difficult concept but they can also explain it so others understand it. What animal feels like a dollar store version of another animal? Emus and ostriches. Did you ever see one of those swole kangaroos? Wallabies look like the dollar store version of that. Cute, sure, but a bit dumpy looking. Capybaras and guinea pigs. A snail is a dollar store turtle. Legless lizards and snakes. Just be a snake. This is a hilarious concept. A sloth is like if you bought a monkey on Wish. I always thought hyenas looked like a miniature, leftover parts bin version of a giraffe. Raccoons are dollar store pandas. Tapirs are dollar store elephants. Muskrats are rats role-playing otters. Canada geese are dollar store swans. Earthworms are caterpillars from real-life. Ducks are duck-billed platypuses if you found them on Wish. They have the bills and they lay eggs, that's it. They're not even venomous. Pigeons are cheap doves. Coyotes are wolves. Worms are dollar store snakes. What are some free things to do when you're bored? Read. The ducks at the park are free for the taking. Learn new cool things. I've opted out of all kinds of things throughout my life because of everyone saying that it was hard. I realized they were only saying that because they knew nothing about whatever it was. I'm 33 now and finally getting into all kinds of awesome things. Learning is your friend. Go to the library. Volunteer. Exercise. Pursue a hobby. Knit, cross-stitch, sew, etc. Go to your nearest park, lay a blanket down on the grass, and just chill baby. Close all electronics and connect with anything your pets, the outdoors, other people. Practice wildlife photography. Draw, write, watch videos to learn life skills like sewing, cooking, vehicle maintenance, etc. Work out, take a walk, listen to music, talk to a friend. Endlessly scroll on Reddit. What are unsuccessful people doing wrong? One huge factor that I've noticed is delayed gratification. The successful people I know are totally fine doing something that sucks right now that will be good for them later, like exercise consistently or actually finish school, while others won't do it because it sucks. Networking. My biggest piece of advice for anyone is to network and burn as few bridges as possible. How they treat failure. I've watched friends hit a small bump in the road that successful people might not even notice, or just treat as a necessary part of getting where they are trying to be. But those friends treat this as a complete failure, and immediately drop it, and move on to something else or nothing at all. After a bunch of these, they become bitter and view the world as against them, not realizing that many other people hit the same challenges but just worked through them. Speaking from experience, everything. Introvert people. What are some annoying things extrovert people do? Energy vampirism. Inviting people from other social circles unannounced. Why are you so quiet? I don't know. Why are you so loud? Asking if I'm mad because I haven't said anything. Majority of the time I'm listening or just have nothing to say. Quiet does not equal mad. And, thinking about nothing is a thing. Hey guys, I think I'm gonna go and order an Uber. Nah dude, no need to call an Uber. I'll be leaving soon, don't worry. 50 minutes go by of said person being engaged in conversations and having fun while I'm browsing Reddit. Hey, so it's pretty late, I'm gonna call an Uber now. No dude, I can drive you, like 10 minutes max, and so it repeats. Talk constantly without saying anything. Yo, why are you always so quiet? Added lol, how am I getting more upvotes than the original post? Always calling instead of texting. Disrespect boundaries of an introvert thinking I can change you. What cuisine do you find highly overrated? High-end cupcakes. Gold flaked cuisine. Oh, I forgot. Whatever that Salt Bae guy peddles. Anything that's depicted in commercials that has people rolling their eyes as they eat it. Cupcakes never taste as good as they look. A baked and frosted lunch. None of them. I'm pretty much a human garbage disposal and need my 3,000 daily calories to break even. Soylent Green. Foam. Steakhouse food. It's some of the simplest food to learn to make, and all the recipes are easily found online. The only hard part is finding a good butcher. As an American, any American restaurant eatery without a specialty. It's all bar food that's slightly better than actual stereotypical bar food. Chili's, Cheddar's, Logan's etc. Hell, actual bar food is probably better, honestly. If you woke up and found yourself to be in high school again, what would you do to make the most of it? Be way more freaking confident knowing that none of those people have any impact on or relationship with me now. Basically a who cares, so be you mentality. I've got a few friends that survived into my 30s. They're the type that accepted me for who I was back then and have grown with me since. Lot of things like publish key events of Games of Thrones Season 8 as fanfiction so that they will have a different Season 8. Try my best to remember upcoming future events so I can profit off them. Or avoid any mistakes that I made the first time through. Socialize more, work out, save money, learn about adulting, become responsible and improve my performance in school. Buy Bitcoin. What do you want written on your gravestone? So long and thanks for all the fish. Cremated. Just a simple stone to mark the ash interment. He was never a valiant man, now he fits in a tiny can. Don't pray for me, drink alcohol. What's the worst that could happen? I don't want to be buried. I'd like to be decomposed by plants. 2001, 2022. Sue dude. LOL, you just wasted 8 seconds reading this. I took your time, nerd. Deal with it. 2000, 2022. BRB. Haunting people. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Pseudo-init 6. My mantra: if this is the worst thing to happen to me today, then I've had a pretty damn good day. Dead guy down here. Here lies Squidward's hopes and dreams. You're next or your name here. Here. What is life's biggest trap people fall into? Credit card debt. Getting into relationships with people they're not compatible with, just because they are lonely or because everyone else is doing it, or because they don't think they can ever do better. The sunk cost fallacy: the idea that you shouldn't give up, you should stick with it, because you've already put in so much work and would be throwing it away. Sometimes, you need to cut your losses and move on, and most people struggle with accepting that. Thinking I have plenty of time left in the worst case, you die tomorrow, no matter how old you are. Can be a car crash at 16 years old, bursting aneurysm at 30 or getting shot at 55. Or, not less scary, you grow old, and are then too old to do the stuff you told yourself one day. Travel the world when you retire? Catch a common illness like heart diseases etc. and nope 1,000 things you can't really do or enjoy. What is something acceptable in men but frowned upon in women? Mustache. Facial hair. Body hair. For some reason, not wanting children. Family will constantly try to convince me that I will want children sooner or later or that it's not that bad giving birth. My brother however said it once or twice that he doesn't want kids and everyone is just okay with it. My parents already have a grandchild from my stepsister and my mom says that she still needs one from me. There's more but it would make her sound like an insane parent. Aging. Putting career before child rearing. Going braless. Or even topless. Not having children. Farting is generally accepted from men, but we like to pretend only rainbows and pixie dust comes from a woman's ass. Being direct. Not wearing makeup. Promiscuity. Short hair. Foul language. What does the USA need most? Zombie Teddy Roosevelt. Removal of news for entertainment value, money out of politics, a better healthcare system, pay teachers better so more qualified people apply and stick around, better education system in general, more political parties, etc. USB aka USA 2.0. About 200 million people to calm TF down. An alien invasion to unite them, to chill the fuck out. A 50-foot solid gold statue of me, in all my naked glory. Competent politicians and presidents. We need more cowbell. 4 more political parties. Love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. Common sense. Mandatory critical thinking courses. Good education. Self-control. More vacation time from work. Walkable cities. Walkable cities. Serious, what crime do you really want to see solved and justice served? Jennifer Geese. She went missing in Florida, then authorities found her car had been abandoned and moved. They have a photo of the suspect moving her car, but his face is obscured by a fence. She's never been seen again. Brian Schaffer, the guy who walked into a bar in Ohio and was never seen leaving and was never heard from again. What did Scott Peterson do to Lacey Peterson? My best friend, Sean Bach, was murdered in a hit and run in Albuquerque, New Mexico just a few years ago. I wanted to find the boss that killed him more than anything. What do you do when your whole family is full of Trump supporters and you are not? Don't talk about it and tell them not to. If they insist, stay away and tell them why. What do you do? Lots of cannabis. Hold on to your values. Same here. I've eventually drifted far enough away that I simply stay away though. I love them, but I find the relationship to be rather toxic to me. My father is also very racist, and I grew very tired of hearing it. There are many things beyond just political views driving this separation, but it is a part of it. Most of my extended family are small-town yokels who support Trump. They're honestly really nice people. Just very isolated. I do my best not to talk politics and nod and smile when they bring it up. Usually they'll get the hint that I don't really agree and would prefer not to talk about it. What instantly makes you dislike someone, when you can tell they don't care what you're saying, they're just waiting for their turn to talk. Once met a friend's new boyfriend. It was our first meeting. He constantly made jokes about his girlfriend's cats and how he was gonna cook them one day. Joke about how he was gonna shoot the neighbor's dog when he was barking, and while we were playing a board game where I had to collect money, he made jokes about how I was Chinese but living in Switzerland and therefore profiting off Swiss banks. I'm half Filipino, half Swiss. So that they advance on me with any sort of aggressive karate move. When they have horrible double standards, being passive-aggressive. If you have a problem with me or what I'm doing, tell me up front. Don't hide behind a fake smile and snide comment. Hitting on another person while clearly in a relationship. From the first conversation, they compare and one-up everything you have to say. If you got to remove one thing from the world, what would it be? Human traffickers, cancer, depression. Everyone deserves to be happy. Mental illness of any kind. Greed. Selfishness. I was going to say racism, but I think ridding the world of selfishness would also rid the world of racism. Same goes for many other things like human trafficking and many other crimes. So my final answer is selfishness. Dementia, pedophilia, mosquitoes, war, narcissists, ass hair, lack of empathy for animals and people. Emphatic people are less likely to commit crimes. With less crimes, and kinder people, the world will be at peace. Disease, racism and discrimination. I'm going with sexual assault. Consent for everyone. US wants to ban TikTok. What are your thoughts? Sounds like they're trying to get rid of the symptom of privacy concerns and not the problem, which is how no tech company or corporation respects individual privacy. Would probably be the best for everyone. As a former teacher, I worry about how it's impacting kids. Many of them watch it for hours daily, and there's been tons of issues with them following idiotic TikTok trends. It also is used by a lot of minors, so security issues are concerning. I don't think the first reason is enough to ban it, but the second might be. What are you addicted to? My phone. I think I'm addicted to alcohol socially. Don't have any issue when not drinking, but when I am there is no just having a few. Getting loaded every time. Alcohol and drugs. Coming up on 13 months sober thankfully. Swapped one addiction for another and am in the gym 6x a week now without fail. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Hopelessly looking for distractions from the crushing reality of my life. Hot buttered sourdough toast. Junk food. Nicotine, caffeine. Water. Reddit. Endless scrolling. Skull. Binge eating. Escape from Tarkov. Reading the thread on the cylinder stuck in the MM's tube. Music. DXM and alcohol. Pepsi. Getting back with my ex lol. Sugar and caffeine. What are your thoughts on Twitter shutting down? And nothing of value was lost. Doesn't affect my life in the slightest. Twitter can collapse and vanish forever. People will just have to do something else while sitting on the toilet. Reject modernity. Return to monkey AIM. I didn't know it was shutting down. It's been great, seeing Ol Muskie demonstrate basically every negative stereotype about billionaires. Good. Time for something new. I'm kind of entertained and I hope it goes south fast. Male Redditors, would you date a single mom? Why or why not? I dated a single mom for a while. 2 kids, ages 2 and 6. Broke up because, well, she wasn't really a good mom. She let her mother, the children's grandmother, basically do everything and she was very hands-off. I just couldn't be around that situation. Felt bad for the kids, but at least the grandma seemed to be doing a decent job. Nope, definitely not ready for a kid. I dated a woman with kids once and swore to never do it again. I stayed with her longer than I should have because I loved the kids even long after I knew it wasn't working with the mother. Breaking up with the kids was harder than breaking up with her. Depends, does she have extra fruit snacks for me?